What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Paul's Best Podcast, the podcast where we talk about only the very best. You guys know the drill. If you guys want to hear stupid negativity shit or the ugly stuff in the world, you were in the wrong place. But if you want to hear the best of stuff, you're in the right place, and my guest today is one of the best, and I really mean that because when I watch you talk sports and I watch you break shit down, I'm like, she's on another level.
Hey.
Katie Nolan is here,
Hey, Paul,
everybody.
thanks.
Yes, you break shit down and you just kind of like, I'm like, and I love too when you really have a point, you go.
Yeah.
You have a, yeah. Are you Irish?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Okay.
Mostly Italian.
You're Italian and Irish?
Believe
Oh,
it.
then that
I know.
now.
It's the perfect combination.
Well,
they
then
say.
that's why why you have to really hammer home the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we can't just say it.
No.
That's the thing. Like, I'm Sicilian and Greek, so
Yeah.
you're Irish and Italian, so it's like when you get your point across, you can't just say it.
No.
You have to
gotta
beat
be
it
kind
into
of a little
them.
annoying
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we do.
Really make sure they know. And also people will be like, whenever I hear you, I don't realize how much talking with your hands you're doing. And I'm like, yeah, just assume if I'm yelling, I'm getting into it somehow.
But one thing I notice about you, not to make you feel uncomfortable, because anytime anybody in this business gets a compliment, they get uncomfortable.
What are we gonna do
But
here?
you know, you're hide under the hood. Hide under the hood.
I'm not gonna make
no,
eye contact.
why you're so good at it is because I could tell how smart you are, and I also you're such a good listener. So what it is when, like, I always feel like the best sports arguers are the ones that listen, like really kind of go like just take it in. Like even when somebody shits on my team or they shit on something, I either go, because I know right away, I go, this is a dummy who just is such a homer and they want to shit on my team, or this is somebody that really is breaking down, because there's a difference.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Totally.
Like, here's the difference. Ready? If somebody goes, Jalen Brunson, dude, he fucking, whatever, he scores 30, but like, has he won anything? Or Jalen Brunson's really good, but he's got to improve his defense. Now that I could talk to.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
Because I'm
all
like,
right.
okay. But when it's the other thing, like,
Yeah.
fuck that, go, you know what I mean?
Like after the Knicks won the first game, not to bring it up because I know they just lost, but the somebody outside of the Garden in one of those yelling videos was like, "What's up, Trey Young?" And you're like, "Well, that's not really even relevant right now. I know it's relevant, but it's
I
not
love
relevant."
Knick fans, but like one guy screamed, "Fuck Tom Thibodeau."
Right.
It's like
What are we-
it's like Tom Thibodeau brought us back after 25 years, and by the way, the game we lost, which I brought my family to, game 2. I don't know, and listen, I think Mike Brown's doing a very good job with like subbing, because Thibodeau didn't do that, but I don't know. Thibodeau loses that game too. You know, Mitch Robinson out all this time. I mean, I don't understand why Cat has two shots in the fourth quarter.
I know.
And listen, Jalen's the defense and the interior defense isn't great.
I know.
You know?
It's a tough end of that game, I feel.
Oof.
And you brought your whole family, huh? And that's something. You just have to go, and this is what we're doing tonight, and I've brought sadness directly to your doorstep.
Katie, here's what I did. You
Yeah.
ready for this one? This was the big kick to the nuts. You ready for
no.
this? Dodgers-Yankees World Series,
Ooh.
Game 4. I looked at my wife and I go,
what
you know
happened in
what?
4? I don't remember.
Game 4, we lost 4-2.
Yeah.
I go, you know what? We're going. Katie, I spent not $2,000, not $3,000. I spent $6K.
Oh, just on the tickets?
I spent $6K on the tickets.
Whoa.
And I say to my wife, I said, we're bringing Lucas, we're bringing Sophia, and the Virzis are going to the stadium, and I don't care, and we're going to buy jackets and programs and the whole thing. And we get there and we're watching. Listen, it was a great environment. It was when Fat Joe came out to try to match what Ice Cube did. Look, it is what it is. The crowd wasn't really that into that. I almost feel like you should have just let LA do that instead of us try to match it.
Sure.
But we lose the game 4-2, and then and I'm going, maybe we'll hold off. Maybe we'll just start going to like Game 7s and just hope instead of these.
Game 7s are stressful, though. I
know
went to
they
a bunch of Game 7s on the Bruins' way to the Cup, whatever year that was, 2013, was it? And I went to a couple Game 7s in that series, and it was like heart in your throat the whole time. The whole time you just go like, I can't eat. I couldn't possibly have anything to drink. If this ends, it's all over.
It's so hard.
So stressful.
I don't know how you hockey fans do it. I can't.
I'm obsessed. Playoff hockey is the
Playoff
best.
But the
It's
scariest thing is that
crazy.
sudden death thing.
I know.
I don't know how you deal with it.
I know. Last night, 2 penalty shots in playoff hockey action,
Okay.
2 different games, which is like, if they're on a breakaway to the net and you commit a penalty, they give you a chance to just like unabated, go ahead, have at the goalie, and they both didn't score, which sucks. But I do love a penalty shot where it's just like,
When did you do stand up? You do stand up?
No.
Never did.
no. Okay, if I were being totally honest, which I haven't been since starting to date Dan, because it's like a. But I like took stand-up classes when I was first starting out on YouTube. It's like when somebody tells you they went to bartender school and you're like,
hilarious.
you really didn't need to go
That's
to
hilarious.
class for it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. I had a hard time. Like I was writing jokes and
Sure.
stuff on YouTube. And I couldn't understand how you guys make a set. I was like, how do you decide if this is just like a quick joke or if it's
Right.
like a full bit that you dive in on? And they didn't really teach that in stand-up school, but at the end of it, you have to do a showcase. And so I have done stand-up
Sure.
2 times, and it was fucking brutal. I couldn't do it. I could not do what you do.
When did you, like, how long have you been like a sports fanatic?
My whole life, Boston.
Little?
You know,
Young?
yeah. Since I was born in Framingham, Massachusetts, and it's kind of in your blood to root for. Well, to hate the Red Sox was what I was first. My dad hated them because he loved them so much, and they were so disappointing.
Oh, okay.
So I was always told the Red Sox are going to disappoint you and not to get your hopes up, which he was right until he was wrong, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But my brother played hockey, so I was a little rink rat. I was always at the rink in my little puffer coat, choreographing dances in the bathroom. So I was like around sports a lot. I played softball. As a little kid, I sort of rejected it as like, I didn't, I was around it, but it wasn't who I didn't like it. And then as I got older, I realized like, of course I do. I love sports and everything they're about, and you really can't like replicate what they bring any other way. You know what I mean? That like anticipation of like, no one knows what's going to happen.
Yes.
Anything could happen.
Yep.
And it's all up to these people. And if they can rise up to a moment, like nothing really has that. And like the communal
right.
aspect of like me and this person who don't know each other
Yep.
are both hoping to God more than anything that something happens down there that benefits us both, even though we have nothing in common maybe other than that.
Yep.
We're all kind of rooting for this thing. So I've always loved sports. They're just the best.
That's a perfect way to say it, because these people that are like, well, like people make fun of me for watching Marvel movies, or like, it's the same. We're not nerds. It's the same thing as being a sports. So it's like, well, it's really not, because the Marvel movie is written.
Yeah.
Sports is not written.
Right.
You don't know who's
Unless
gonna
it's like WWE.
Unless it's WWE.
Yeah.
But like Kirk Gibson hitting that home run when he's limping.
Right.
Like that, you can't.
Right.
David Tyree catching the like.
Why would you?
Oh, sorry.
Bring that shit up?
Well, Wes Welker had one too.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, that was like the one where he fell and or no, was that Edelman? Thinking Edelman maybe.
No, I'm sorry.
No, is it?
No, you're right.
I am? Was
Julian
that the Super Bowl
Edelman.
where they came back?
It was against the Falcons when they came back, and Edelman got that. And I remember you were there. I remember watching that, going, "Ooh, that's like
crazy
coming back from."
I know.
But like those things, that's what sports gives, which I think people that don't like sports are like make fun of. Now listen, we did cry laugh. Me and Bill Burr were crying laughing when they showed a grown man, maybe in his mid-50s, watching Argentina lose the World Cup, or watching, and he just goes, he went.
Oh, like a child,
Dude,
like
it was almost like he couldn't. It was so devastating.
Bubbled up.
Yeah. He just, and we were just like, all right, that's where there needs a line.
I love that. See, I love that. Sob. I want to see you sob like you just like the divorce papers just hit. Like I want you to be like, ah! I love a sports.
You
cry.
want to see just lost your kids in a custody battle?
Yes, because there's so few places I think where societally we allow men to just like let it out, honey. Just let it out the way you feel. Just feel it. And I feel like sports are good for just a good
That would
sob.
be so funny, but also condescending if you were just rubbing his back on. Just let it out.
Just let it out. Just let it out, buddy. How many times can this team do this to you?
Buddy is
Come
the best.
on. Come on, big guy.
Buddy.
Come on, big guy. Let it out.
You don't need. They've done this to you too much.
They've done it to you too much. Big feelings. You got to get them out. Let's hear them.
That's why, man. These poor. And I'm not trying to hate here, but you're here, so we got to talk a little sports before we get into our best of. But these Jet fans, man, it's got to be rough, dude. It's like, I mean, how many quarterback picks? How many great draft picks?
It's also traditionally, right, Jets, Mets. Those are the.
It's usually Jets, Mets. Yeah.
I know everybody's kind of on their own and can do whatever they want, but Jets, Mets right now, that's got to be a tough combo to be.
It is. It is a tough
combo to be.
Dude, I just heard on the radio coming here, because I listen to the fans sometimes. I just heard Michael Kay go, it's not a must-win, but the Mets lost 11 in a row. You kind of got to win tonight. It's just because you kind of got to win. Dude, 12 in a row this early is rough.
I know. And Steve Cohen being at that Knicks game that you were at where they lost to the Hawks. And so everybody was like, the Mets are cursed. They're never going to win. They bring losses everywhere they go. And it's just, it feels true. That's why they have to win, because it just like, once it feels true and the narrative runs away from you,
Yeah.
it's like, God, all that money and can't buy a win. It's tough.
It's just, I mean, I think the Jets, this is the craziest stat I've ever heard. They didn't get it. They didn't get an interception last year.
Not one.
Like,
since we started recording interceptions, which is like since we invented typing, since we started writing stuff down, we've never had a team go that long without
interceptions is wild. Like even just a deflection,
even just by accident, even just a bad you played bad teams, one errant pass.
It's
nothing.
It's bad.
Brutal.
And then the kid falling asleep at the combine didn't help.
Oh yeah. The Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, and he just like
on the big screen too.
Nothing's funnier than when somebody acts like they weren't sleeping though. When he just goes, and like because it's like the 2 seconds where they concentrate a little harder. He just like he looked and knew, and then he was like he squinted. That's
really analyzing. It's funny because he opened his eyes, and you can tell on the jumbotron because it's behind him.
Yeah.
The camera that is capturing him asleep at the combine is being broadcast behind. So there's a big him asleep.
Yeah.
So that means when he opened his eyes and looked at probably the jumbotron, it was probably him asleep. And so he woke up and went like, oh my God, I have to look like I'm focused.
Like I have to double focus.
Oh my God.
You did something. Oh, this reminded me. You did something. This is the first time I was like, dude, she's fucking hilarious.
Oh, boy.
You did this was when you had, because I was one of the dudes that was like, I wouldn't fall or hurt myself. When you made dudes run the 40-yard dash.
That's very funny.
Dude,
I remember that one.
This was, so for anybody listening, Katie did this thing where like, it was just normal dudes, right?
It was guys who had, I think, tweeted about the 40 at the combine and been like, I could run faster.
And what
than
network
that.
was this for? Like, what was
ESPN. This was for ESPN.
So for ESPN, she found these dudes that would like, dude, I'll run the 40. So she actually rounded up some dudes, and like the way you talked to them was so great because you talked to them like you were like, really, dude, and then like the dudes that would start hobbling, who just came up hobbling, and stuff. And I was watching because I was like, but I'm not like delusional. I think like a five. Do you see Cat Williams?
No. What, did he run a 40?
Yeah, Cat Williams just ran a 40. Like they talked about how fast he was. He ran like a 4.5, like Cat Williams. You just see little Cat Williams book in, dude. It was hilarious.
Damn.
But I'm looking. I'm like, all right, dude, like under 5.5, and then but the way you did it and watching guys. But I saw two guys arguing. You know Brett Ernst? He's a comic.
No.
You would know. He was in Cobra Kai. You would know him if you saw him. Funny comic. We were in a bar in Florida, and him and his buddy just start arguing. He goes, "I'll beat you in the parking lot right now, dude." They're in jeans. These are grown men in their 40s. Like chains out, like jeans, nice things. And all of a sudden, a couple drinks, and it's 1 a.m, and you just show up in the parking lot.
No.
And they just lining up, stretching.
No, come on.
And one of them just came up late.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what do you guys? You guys didn't even stretch, dude.
I know.
But
how? How do you not stretch? How do you think you can do it, and then also go like, I can do it cold? I think I could probably do it. Everyone in the history of ever has stretched before these types, but me, I can do it cold, I think. It's fascinating.
I love when you did that. Did
Fascinating.
anybody?
We first did it with kicks. We did it with people who during college football games were like, after like an Ohio State kicker would miss like a 27-yarder, and they'd be like, "Oh, how do you miss that?" And so we like reached out to them, didn't tell them, flew them out to, I think it was like San Jose was where the national championship game was going to be that year.
Great.
Gave them tickets, so we got them out there, and then we were like, "You just have to film something with us in the morning." And when they showed up in the morning, it was like, "Do you remember this tweet?" And we showed them their own tweet, and they were like, "Yeah." So then we set up a 27-yard field goal, and we're like, "Go ahead, you get one shot at it." And everybody, you immediately saw them go. Nobody made it. I also told them ahead of time, no second chances. I was like, I'm saying right now, because they would kick one and then go, "Can I do it again?" And so I had said, I'm saying no second chances. But then I let them all do it a second time. Nobody got it the second time.
Nobody made it.
Nobody. Not a single
person.
person.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Absolutely brutal.
Was that your idea? Like it was.
It was. I think it was my producer Andrea's idea, because I still to this day give her. I'm like, that was the best thing we've ever done.
Oh my God.
It was awesome. And then we tried to come up with other ways to do it. And the only one we came up with that was executable easily without needing insurance was to have them run the 40, which was that one that we did.
Oh.
So it was fun. It was really fun, and just seeing the look on their faces where they were like, where they couldn't say, but were like, "You bitch, why are you doing this to me?"
That's
Why are you?
They
with
just
the
had inner
cameras?
hatred for you.
Yeah, they were just like, but couldn't be mad. They were like,
Are those clips on YouTube now?
I think so. They should be, but I don't know with ESPN.
Okay, guys, before we continue with the show, I got to announce some tour dates. Come and see me on tour, guys. I have some great shows coming up. I will be at the Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois, May 29th and 30th, right outside Chicago. One of my favorite rooms. Check that out. That's the 29th and 30th of May at Zanies in Rosemont. Then we have Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Uncle Vinny's, June 12th and 13th. On June 18th, I'll be in Pottstown, Pennsylvania at Soul Joel's. That's the 18th. Then on the 19th and 20th, I am at the Hartford Funny Bone, Manchester, Connecticut on the 19th and 20th. Then Toledo, I'm coming to the Funny Bone on the 24th. And Cincinnati, I'll be at the Funny Bone on the 25th. Get tickets, paulvirzi.com. Come and see this hour. It's the best hour I've ever done. I cannot wait to see you guys at a show. Now let's get back to the podcast.
That was for Always Late, which was our show that was on their streaming service, which used to be called ESPN Plus, but now they got like 17 different ones, and it makes you sign into it every single fucking time you want to watch a hockey game. And so I don't know where it would be now, but they wouldn't let us put it on YouTube at first because it was behind a paywall. And I was like, guys, this will move on you. This type of content would move on YouTube.
No, of course.
But they were weird about it. So.
Everybody's used to that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that guy that thinks he could,
do that.
like they could hang at Augusta.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't care what you shoot.
No.
You can't hang at Augusta.
You
dude.
can't.
It's like putting on the hood of a car.
But God bless that, whatever that is in their brains.
Well, see, that's a great point because there is you have to kind of, to be like to do great shit, and I think to be successful, you kind of have to walk the line of delusion.
Yeah.
Because if you never try, then, you know what I mean?
Right. You have to be dumb enough to think you could do it so that you try to do it.
Right. And there's one thing to be like, hey, I think I can like hang at that golf course versus I can beat up Mike Tyson.
Right.
Like that's the guy that's just.
Right. Like I think I could go around without being knocked out is different than like I think I could fight Tyson. You know, it's like you gotta be a little bit like I could get in there. I could get in there and avoid for long enough.
Yeah,
but I can't with I could just fight Mike Tyson. It's like you die.
Yeah.
The amount of things that a lot of people think they could do when they watch sports. I'm like, you would die.
Dude, my buddy said that his stepfather was watching football. Rest his soul, stepfather. And his stepfather just goes, dude, I was better than Barry Sanders. I could have been better than Barry Sanders.
I bet.
And it was just, there is something genius about that delusion and so nuts that you're just like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, imagine watching Barry Sanders and being like, dude, I can do that.
I could do that. I could do that in my sleep, probably. I think I could be just like him. I'm not going to because I'm busy, but I could. If I had put myself to it, I think I could do it.
Did you play sports?
Yeah, I played softball. I was pretty realistic about my talents. You know, I knew that there was an end coming. I knew high school was my window. And
you're like, I think I'm going to talk about sports.
Yeah. I was like, I think I should get better at like, using words to discuss what's going on more so than my body and my talents. I wasn't very good. I did win a junior Olympic gold medal though, in rhythmic gymnastics.
Really?
Which is something that really, if you're not good at it by the time you're 9, you're too old for that. Like you've got to really dedicate your life to it. And there's not a lot of rhythmic gymnastics stuff going off in the United States, so it wasn't a lot of opportunity.
Katie Nolan is here, and we talked about before, like I always do with my guests, we sit here and we talk about what we're, the best we're going to do. What is the best of? What can we do? And you had a couple ideas, but you just brought in
a bunch of really good ideas that were already taken.
Yes.
Yeah, by
did.
Joe List.
Joe List. Yeah, we did venues and sporting venues and stuff. But you just brought up gymnastics, so that's a nice little...
Get right into it.
A nice little segue.
Nice.
Katie and I decided we are going to do best Olympic sports.
Yeah.
Events, sports, however you want.
Yeah.
But listen, there's a lot to choose from because you got winter, you got summer, there's a ton of different stuff. You got track, you got snow everywhere.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
What is... Now, I always go back and forth. I kind of like I think I like the winter better than summer.
That's rare.
Yeah, I know.
Because a lot of people
look at me like I just said.
Hate the Winter Olympics.
When I say that to people, they look at me like I just said, "Fuck your mother."
I know it's so weird.
And I'm like, dude, I like winter. I don't know what it is. I like the snowboarding. I'll be honest. Can I say it?
Yeah.
I like the figure skating.
Yes, of course you can sing.
like the
Did you
fans.
watch this last Olympics that we had?
Like I was touring and running around, but when I could, I would like.
Did you happen to see Alyssa Liu, the figure
Yes,
skater?
I did. I did.
Amazing. Like, I've never seen such, like, joy and lightness. And I get it. Figure skating's a little confusing, the judging of it all. Like, I barely understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's why I like the Olympics, is because, like, technically 2 years, if we're doing both summer and winter, every 2 years you get to, like, see these sports that you go, I don't really remember how this works.
Yeah.
But for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to care so much about this.
Yep.
And I love that, because I think it brings in people who, like, aren't sports fans. I think it brings in families. You can gather and watch.
Yeah.
Who you're going to root for is baked into it. You also get out a little bit of, like, international hatred, but in a safe and controlled environment.
And a sport that you normally. It's kind of like what the World Cup does for soccer.
Yes.
Hockey, that happens in hockey. Because, like, I don't care if you like hockey or not, you're kind of like, are the U.S. men going to beat Canada?
Right.
Which they did, which was amazing.
Yes, amazing. And the women did, and the Paralympic team did,
The women
too.
did it first, which in my mind kind of put the pressure on the men to go,
Exactly.
hey, the women did it. Are you going to do it? Are the men going to do it? And the men did it. So both U.S. women's, U.S. men's do it.
Yeah.
And it was so intense. And it was like, dude, actually, I like that sport now. Or like into it. Because World Cup made me kind of like soccer.
Yeah.
You know?
And it allows you to do it, like, every 4 years. It's like, or again, with the men's and the women's, I think the women's are maybe it's the year after the men's. But it's like every now and then. It's nice to have a sport you can just, like, pop in, love it for a little, and then be like, and I'll see you next time I see you.
And let's be honest, nobody in history, unless you're a psychopath or I shouldn't say psychopath, it's a little strong. It's a little strong.
A little.
But nobody's watching, unless you've had in your family did it, nobody's watching swimming other than the Olympics, I don't think.
Right. And yeah, psychopath was strong, but I would put you on a watch list. Like, if you're just watching, if I just walk into your house in a random off Olympic year and I'm like, what are you watching? And you're like, swimming?
Dude, if you were like, oh, that World Series game was awesome in October, and then you're like, dude, is swimming on? I'd be like, what?
No,
it's just not nothing.
It's not. It doesn't hit the same. It does not hit the
Psychopath
same.
is strong, but it's kind of, you kind of understand.
Yes, I completely get where you were going. It's like maybe sociopath, you know? But during the Olympics, swimming is like, stop everything. The swimming is on. Like, during the Olympics, it's like a marquee event.
Dude, when Michael Phelps walked out with that overcoat, that long trench, and he's listening to his music, and that the goat just walked into the...
Sick.
It was sick. It was sick. And then
So sick.
Katie Ledecky.
Nasty.
She was, she looked like a dolphin compared to the others. I mean,
Filthy.
Dude,
Filthy. The, like, distance between her and the next close, you're like, what the hell? It's crazy.
There's
crazy.
just a dolphin with a hat on. Like, dude,
Drug tester just to see if she's a dolphin. That's wild.
yeah, I like winter a little more. What's your favorite
Of all?
of all?
That's tough. It's tough because there's so many things to like. It's also tough
By the
because,
way,
like...
great topic by you.
Hey, thanks. It's tough because there's, like, when it comes to the Olympics, obviously some of the sports I watch throughout the year are in the Olympics, like hockey is in the Olympics and basketball's in the Olympics. And so it's tough because you want to pick, like, one of those sports. But I truly think when it comes to the Olympics, you have to almost pick, like, a weirder sport.
Right.
To say your favorite Olympic sport is basketball is almost like, that's weird. The same way that watching swimming in non-Olympics is like weird.
Right, because we watch basketball so much.
Right.
That like
So
watching
it's like,
it in the Olympics.
It can't be your favorite Olympic sport.
Exactly.
It's like it's too, it doesn't feel right.
100%. I agree with that 100%.
And so I feel like but it's so tough to say which is my favorite because they're so hard to compare to each other. Like in Winter Olympics, I love curling.
Yep.
I love curling. I never remember the rules. Every single 4 years, I gotta go, tell me all over again from the start. I barely remember anything about it.
Yeah.
I think maybe my favorite Olympic sport of all of them, you gotta go with something that's like easy to understand, visually interesting, and full of thrills, but not like, like I'm thinking like track and field.
Yep.
A race, you don't need to know a lot to go like, that guy's winning or that
Right.
girl lost. Like it's whoever crosses the finish line first. So those are exciting.
Yeah, like I know what you mean. Like speed skating is like that too.
I love speed skating.
Speed skating.
And the different types of speed
And
skating.
what I like is like you think the one that's behind is like not going to win, but they're kind of waiting.
Right.
Like, and you're like, they don't want to exert too much energy.
Yeah, and then you're like,
oh,
here they
coming.
go.
Here they come.
Here he goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you nailed it. It can't be a sport that we see always.
Just out of respect.
It needs to be an Olympic.
Yeah.
You know, I will tell you one thing I'm getting into. Is the half pipe snowboarding.
Amazing.
Because I get nervous for them to fall.
I know.
You know, although I will say, watching a figure skater fall and then get up smiling, you know, the over smile, yeah.
Where like you see it in the corner of their eyes, and you're like, it's either cold and they're smiling a lot, or they're crying.
It's
and
like there's going to be a revolver in their mouth in 3 minutes. Yeah.
Especially depending on what country they're from, and they fall, and you're like, oh, Russia is not gonna, or I guess we can't call them Russia. The vague country this girl represents is not gonna be happy with how that went.
No.
I think figure skating or gymnastics might be my favorite Olympic sports, because they are kind of each other's equivalent in the two different Olympics. Figure skating is the gymnastics of the Winter Olympics, and it's just like I don't know. There's something to just the how many different elements there are to it. There's something to just how it's like a performance, and how none of us understand how it's being scored.
Right.
Part of that sucks, but part of it is also cool and interesting and different. Like, there aren't any other sports that we're watching on a regular basis where a judge tells you how you did.
Yes, that's true.
Which I find fascinating. It would suck to watch year round, because you'd be like, I hate this judge. This judge is never scoring them fairly. But like, we don't know the judges long enough to actually care.
The closest to a judge would be an umpire.
Right.
Right.
And we hate them.
What was his name that they all hated? Angel Hernandez? Was that
Imagine him with this ABS. He would be checking the replays and stuff.
Challenges would be done in the second inning. Yeah. They would just be like, you got none left. He'd be like, Angel's in the game. You're in the first.
Is. Oh, God, he was brutal. Joe West, too. While we're naming the umpires we hated.
I will tell you the one Olympic sport I can't handle.
What?
Because I get exhausted. It's when they pull out the gun when they're done, and then they go back, and I'm just like,
so biathlon.
I'm like, how long are you guys going to go for? You know, I do like when they're like, wow, that was accurate. They're tired.
Yeah.
I like the gun being accurate. But then when they go to this.
The cross-country skiing, I can't.
It's tough.
Yeah, I really can't.
They're just going.
It's snowshoeing. It's like, and I get that it's difficult. We're not saying it's not hard to do.
No, the endurance is.
It's so hard to do that it's boring.
It's
boring. It's really boring.
Yeah.
Now, when you see somebody who's incredible at it, you do go, whoa. It's very much like that Katie Ledecky, the amount of distance. There was a guy, I forget his name now because we're not within the Olympics, so I don't have to legally know it, but he was from Norway, and or maybe it was Sweden. He's so good at it. He had this technique no one had ever seen. He was cross-country skiing uphill. This was this past Winter Olympics. And he was going, it was like he was running up, and people were like, how the hell
was that
he
the guy that
doing
won?
that? Yeah, he won like a bunch of golds.
No, he just was like beyond.
Untouchable.
Yeah, and it's almost, isn't it funny how like the Netherlands are always good at the skating?
Yeah.
And the Norway is always good at it's just like their
the way the country's individual, it's very fascinating.
It is. It's like a dog breed that
right.
like, a husky's pulling the, you know what I mean? Like, a husky's
like, this is in their blood. Let them cook. They're going to pull out something
I don't mean to compare humans to dogs, but
no.
I agree with you. I think that what I love about the Olympics too is that you're watching something that you're pretty much not going to get into for 4 years, right?
No.
You're not going to get.
It's not an investment.
You're not going to. No, you're going to be into it there. Like even when they jump in the water or like the half pipe. But that one woman on the half pipe was so good. She was
Chloe Kim. No, is she?
Chloe
That's
Kim?
A different sport. It could be a different.
No, I think it was Chloe Kim.
She's real good. She didn't. I think she got silver this year.
Okay, somebody was just like, it was so flawless, and I'm going, and they're getting so high, and I'm
so
like, this is like a video game, but for real.
I know.
You know?
That half pipe's crazy.
And Lindsey Vonn, that sucked.
Such a bummer. So early in the Olympics, too. Her event was so early, and she crashed, and just hearing her scream, and the
knee, yeah.
God damn. And then, like, seeing all the stuff since, where she was like, look, they had to put it together, and like the x-rays, you're like, yo, that's crazy.
This.
Just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, like.
Respectfully, ew, you know?
Yeah, show a still photo of like flowers. I don't need to.
Please.
Yeah.
But you were right. The mentality it takes, you have to be a psychopath to go like, I'm gonna get back out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back out there, do it again.
What about Usain Bolt when Usain Bolt during
man.
that like as much as I like the winter did you see that one where they did it in slow motion where he looked at the guy coming up and was just like, dude, I'm gonna
Sick.
put it in fifth gear. It's over.
It's so sick.
Oh, it was sick. He was nuts.
It's absolutely
one of my
sick.
favorite things is Usain Bolt liked my WNBA joke. A lot of women
What
didn't.
was it?
A lot of women didn't.
What was it?
Well, it was just that. Oh, I got one for you. Ready for this? I got one for you. I do my WNBA joke at the stand. And I'm outside, and this woman comes up to me with her husband.
Was she tall?
You're gonna love this one because it's based on what we're talking about. She goes, "Hey, Paul, yeah, really funny stuff. Can I just ask you, like, why would you do like the?" And it was just basically like. I was at the Cellar one time, and I started to just talk about and this like woman like just went like this before, and I got really like okay, and then I was like, I just like I saw LeBron dunk with his nuts in the guy's face. Don't just it's better like than and I forgot how it happened. Anyway, this woman comes out and she goes, yeah, I just like, because like, do you have a thing against women's? I go, I have nothing against women's sports. I just the WNBA I don't like compared to the NBA, and it was a joke and whatever. And then we get into it, but she goes, well, I'm going to the Olympics, and she won 2 weeks later. I saw her. She won gold for fencing.
Shut up.
She won gold for fencing. Yeah.
Fencing.
It's that.
This one. She won gold for
It's
this.
that easy.
Yeah,
it's
just,
that
she went out there and flopped her little thing around, wins gold. I mean, a sport? I don't know.
Dude,
if girls can do it.
I go like this. She
Girl
won
swords.
Fencing. She won fencing.
One of these.
And her boyfriend won in men, too. I don't know if he won gold. He either won gold or silver. She won gold, but...
that I never watch. I never watch fencing.
No.
But I saw this a couple days ago. Some country that's really into it did they've got a new tech where they've got some sort of sensors in the tip of the sword, and it tracks it almost like, remember the puck when Fox had the NHL back
with the blue.
Yeah, so it tracks the tip, which actually makes it really much more interesting to watch because you can finally see like, whoa, they're wagging that thing around before they poke you. I would watch with that, but otherwise, I mean, I really don't watch that much fencing. They had a big controversy this year. They had like a cheating controversy.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Oh, actually, I saw that. Yeah. But no, having Usain Bolt like my joke
so what was the joke that he liked?
You're not gonna love it.
What was it, Paul?
I'll send you the clip.
Okay.
It's kind of just it was because of this woman from Brooklyn in the crowd at the Cellar.
Blame her.
Hard.
Take it up with that lady.
But listen, I love. I'm not one of those like that don't like women's sports. It's just like the whole thing was comparing the WNBA to the NBA, and women get mad at me.
Which is a futile exercise. Like, why even bother? They're different. They're different. It's different types of basketball.
So
if you love dunks, you're not going to get them in the WNBA. That's fine and fair. It's
fine.
just like
But listen,
they've just been a punchline for so long, and it reaches a point where you're like, okay, don't like it then, and shut up about it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll go take my daughter to a Liberty game.
Liberty games are fun.
Well,
I've only been to one, but it was I'll reach over there and I'll punch you right in the nuts. I'll do it.
You'll go like
other guests won't do it. I'll get in there. I'll get right in there.
No. I'm trying to think of other
Olympic sports.
Volleyball's
really fun to watch in the Olympics.
Volleyball's fun.
Really,
You're
really
talking
fun.
about beach? Sand.
Beach is fun too.
Okay.
Of course, that's the one you think of. Because the ladies are in such tiny little outfits.
I wasn't even thinking like
and so much cheek. I just feel like there's so much cheeks in the women's beach volleyball because everybody's got a wedgie because you're playing volleyball.
I like the 2-on-2 just because like those two have to be in sync.
Yeah.
And
we had such dominant 2-on-2.
And we were good for a while.
For a long time.
And one is usually the taller one. The other one is like the workhorse, and they work together. And I think we won gold like
a bunch.
Like 3.
When Kerry Walsh Jennings was playing, she won a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great. Of course, we got to swimming. What's the other winter one that I was thinking of? Oh, dude, this one is the
bobsled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see Colin Jost go in it?
Yes.
He said he thought he was going to die.
Okay, and it sounded like he thought he was going to die. I happened to have been watching that when they ran the clip.
He said his neck and back were like getting shaken.
Hearing him because they mic'd him up and, recorded it for whatever that segment was that he did. Hearing him like, obviously you also hear the rattling of just how loud it is when you're in that bobsled and going around the corner. And just hearing him go like, oh my God, where you're like, oh, this is a guy who's on TV professionally who would not want to sound this scared.
No, he was
sounded
like, God.
so scared.
Yeah, he said it was like, It was like going way beyond the speed that he thought. How these people.
I can't believe they let him do it. It felt like such a liability. You're like, is he going to be okay?
Like if that thing flips over, or like if he gets a neck injury.
Remember when somebody died during the like trial or the practice? I think for for luge.
That was the luge, and he actually.
Or maybe skeleton. It might have been skeleton.
He called his parents like the day before, going, "I don't feel right." Rest his soul.
God.
Rest his soul. That was horrible.
Brutal,
that was like
brutal,
before.
brutal.
Yeah, that is. It's just so fast.
I know.
And you're so vulnerable flying down that thing. You don't have pads. You're in spandex.
I know.
You know, you have a helmet, but like if that thing turns over, so that one's something that you're not going to see other than
in the Olympics.
Other than in the Olympics.
Right. And they just got that new one, women's mono bob. Did you watch that?
No, what is that?
It's a bobsled, but it's one person in it. So it's like it's a standardized bobsled, so everybody's riding with the same piece of equipment. It isn't like, we designed ours better than you designed yours. It's like everyone's using the same type of sled, and I think it's ladies only, actually. So it's one lady going down the track by herself in a bobsled. I don't know, it's interesting.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's the other one that they do? The one that I don't, the crew one is too much for me to deal with.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would just be row.
Because it's just, is it crew? Like, what is it?
I don't know, actually.
It's like 5, and they're just like, they have to be like perfectly in sync.
Yeah.
They have to be perfectly in sync. And, but it's, again, I think it's the same country that always wins that one.
Probably.
Same country always wins.
Where they just specialize in it.
It's just their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would be like crazy for, like, it's like when the U.S. collapses when they win a bronze because they have never even touched the podium at all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if I had to like narrow down like what my favorite is now. I think
it is hard to do because this is what I was trying to do. Where I'm like, I don't know. I love so much about all of them.
It really is. I love the whole thing. I love the story.
It's the best. Where they're like, she's an Uber driver, and she does this, and you're like, whoa, these are real. It's funny because when you watch a lot of sports, you'll hear people that go like, hey, these athletes, they make too much money. I don't like them. They make too much money. Then the Olympics come around, and you're like, watch these. Because these people aren't making too much money.
No.
Most of them got to work other jobs because we don't care about monobob year round.
And like the fact that people hate that they make money, it's like if eyeballs are there, if stadiums are getting
free
filled,
market was what we cared about.
Like free market.
This
it's
is
like,
what the market dictates.
If 70,000 people show up every time,
right,
and that money's coming in to watch it, and that person dominates it,
right,
then pay them.
And if they're not getting paid, it's going to the owners who are doing nothing.
And who
so
are
why would you want them to keep more money rather than give it to the guys who are doing the thing that you're here to watch, guys or gals?
I know. I agree 100%. I would say, it's funny. I said winter, but the ones that like lock me in, I guess, swimming, the half pipe snowboarding.
Great.
Those two.
They do half pipe skiing now too, which is fun too.
That's sick.
Like same thing, different types of tricks. Just interesting to watch the two.
Yeah, who was the flying tomato? Sean.
Wow, what's happening? Sean White. Sean White.
Sean White.
Cut that so it looks like we both thought of it right away. Flying tomato.
Like the greatest ever. We're like, what was Sean?
Was it Sean Blue?
But he dominated. He was so sick for so long. You know, it's like you ever, when you watch somebody, what I love about greatness is it's different in everything. Like the Yankees got this pitcher now. Cam Schlittler, right?
Such a funny name.
Schlittler.
Such a funny. Just seems like he's desperately trying not to be like, no, I'm Schlittler.
And it's hard to like talk about him. I said that to another Yankee fan, and they did what you did.
Yeah.
They weren't even listening.
What's Schleidolf?
They were
What's
like,
his first name? Schleidolf?
But the ball comes off the kid's hands.
I know, he's nuts. In the postseason, with like barely any experience, he was pitching nasty last season.
Like when you watch an Olympian go down, and they're just, you know what's nuts?
Like the ski jump?
Dude.
Yeah.
They are flying.
Crazy.
They are flying.
One of the guys this year had a fear of heights. And he ended up winning, I think, gold in whatever his event was. It might have been the Nordic Combined, which is the ski jumping plus, I think, cross-country skiing. But he, a couple competitions ago, had some sort of panic attack where he was like, I'm too high up, which I was like, that'd be me every time.
That was like Simone Biles had that.
The
little
twisties. Which is like, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, it is.
Because she's the greatest to ever do it. When you can do something nobody else can do, they name a move after you, and she has like 6 of those.
Wow.
She's just untouchable.
Wow.
She's like so far ahead of everybody else in terms
Yeah.
of like her technical skills. So for her to come out and go like right before she's about to compete and say, I know myself,
Yeah.
I know what's going on up here is not okay,
Yeah.
and I could die if I
That's-
go out there and make myself do it, and then to have people go like, oh, she just wimped out, and you're like, come on, dude, you can't even begin to understand. She said she was getting lost in the air.
That's scary.
Terrifying.
And the fact that she's like running that fast, then jumping and doing all of those twists and everything, and then not knowing where you are. That's crazy.
Terrifying.
That is terrifying. And like death or like paralyzed.
Right.
God forbid. That is actually really, really nuts. The gymnastics is really great too. But
Did you watch the men's last Olympics when they had that pommel horse expert guy? They had this nerdy looking guy, Steven, I think it's Nader Rozic or something like that. And he would come in just to do the pommel horse. He was like their specialist.
No.
And he would like sit with his headphones on and he like was in the zone.
That's
and then he would just
hilarious.
come out and like absolutely like I do not understand the rules of that thing. It's a lot of like
He just- Yeah.
moving your hands around. But he it was perfect. He would just do these little spins and then you'd go, Steven.
I love how he just takes it. He's like,
Yeah.
I got it. Hold
He's
on.
like, hold on
He
real
just-
quick.
He just takes these off.
Like pausing a podcast. He's like, hold on a second. Put that down.
He was like, no, this is just a World War II pod. There's just this.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just listening to Matt Sheeran. Real quick. It's crazy. This is a crazy little sport. But he's like, how do you even figure out that you're really good at that?
That
All
is
of it's insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, do you think all right, here's one for you. You
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready
What would you say if you had 4 years to train for?
to get ready. Okay.
If you had 4 years now, though, I'm talking Katie
right
Nolan
now, 39 years old.
Okay, forget your age.
Okay, I'd love to.
There's no body limitations.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not.
What's that like?
So no pains, no aches.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh, I'm free.
You're free. You're good. You're good.
Wow.
You wake up nothing.
All right.
And you have 4. And by the way, this goes for winter or summer.
Okay.
Any event, and someone's like, Katie, you're going to be paid fine, so you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about income.
I love this.
Your job is going to let you come back in 4 years, so you get your job at Sirius, you get your sports job. But now for 4 years, you're going to be with the
intense
greatest
focus.
trainer.
Okay.
You're going to and this is what you need, and you're going to go to the Olympics and see if you could hang with this thing. What event would it be?
Curling.
I think it would have to be.
I think it has to be
I
because
think
I'd love to say like rhythmic gymnastics, but just the fact of I know I would have no bodily limitations, I know all that, but I would not be good enough in 4 years to compete with what Eastern Europe is churning out. There's just no. They're starting that at age 2, like
Right.
even that's late. Like
and
there's no.
4 straight years of curling, you might get good.
I think so. I'd at least understand the rules, I think, for the first time, which would be great. And I think it's you can also play, they've got 4s, they've got 2s. So, like, I've got other people I can sort of lean on in the team of it all.
Right.
I could hide my shortcomings in a strong partner. I think I could come my closest to achieving a medal, I think, is curling. Because I'm trying to think if there's a summer sport that is looked at like that, of like if I focused on it enough. Like I wonder if like a javelin throw, I'd hurt somebody. I don't think I could. I don't want
I
to
think
curl
you
a
nailed it.
spear. I think it's curling. I feel bad because curling gets this reputation that like it's easy, and I want to be clear. I don't think it is.
No.
But if I had to pick a sport I could get good enough at in 4 years, I think it's either that or breakdancing.
Oh my God! Do they?
If they're
do
bringing
they-
it back,
No,
I
think they
don't
stopped
know.
it.
I think that girl ruined it for everybody.
I think she ruined it for
unfortunately.
everybody.
And that's tough. It's a really tough look. We did make her life miserable, though, for those couple days. You could not move without running into a meme of that lady doing her little.
She kind of.
Doing her
I hate
little
to say it
raptor
because I
thing.
never want anybody to be bullied.
I know, and that was real bullying. But she
got-
kind of
just,
did.
like, I mean, you can't.
You can't
when
show
she
up.
did this
Oh
and
my
turned into an
God.
animal and then spun around, it
And
kind
then
of
when she
made
hit the
anybody.
little. Oh my God.
Oh, then she put it and like it was so bad that people questioned if it was good.
I know.
Like people.
It was like, wait, do I just not understand breakdancing?
I was like, wait, has breakdance? Is this like how you breakdance?
So
It was brutal.
And I think it was the women's day was like a Saturday and the men's was on Sunday. And if the men's had gone first even, I think we would have seen, like that competition ended up being, but it was the fact that the first, we were like, okay, here it is, breakdancing in the Olympics. We already have a ton of question marks.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like? And then you see it and it's her and you go like, I don't think we need, guys, I think we got to wrap it up. I don't think we need to
How
be doing
great
this.
was the meeting after that? Where they go, all right, that's done. We tried.
Well, no more of that.
That was, they scrapped it. I think it's the first time ever that they started something and just go, no, this is not gonna.
Really tough.
Dude,
a tough
she
look
was-
and unfair because I bet there were breakdancers who were like so excited for this thing to finally be taken seriously. And then she comes out and is like,
Dude, you know how many people were her for Halloween?
yeah, it was, it was an easy cost.
It was an easy costume. And then people just taking pictures with it. Like people, I'll tell you one thing that I think I would do is if they did have a shooting thing without the skiing. Do they have that? Do they just have?
I mean, in the summer they've got archery,
I would try
but you
that
mean
for
just gun shooting.
But either way, if somebody said, all right, Paul, your comedy career comes right back, your touring comes right back, all the things you're doing as a stand-up, all that stuff comes right back, but for 4 years you have to, it would either be archery or shooting.
Yeah.
Just because I would just like, I'd get LASIK, like I would, you know.
I'd really invest.
I would
yeah.
learn the breathing. You know the
Right.
crazy thing is it's all about, what I learned about snipers and all that stuff is it's all about breathing. Which is the craziest
so
thing.
much stuff comes down to breathing, and you go, really? The most basic thing?
Dude, like that's one thing that Phil Jackson, like, I know people say, but
Yeah.
like that whole like being in the right frame of mind, but no, the movie Shooter talked about it too. Like before a sniper, if he's gonna shoot like a target that's like a mile out, it's literally the heart rate and the breathing have to be exact, because some people are so jacked up and it changes everything.
I mean, I know,
But
I play
one
video
degree-
games. You hit that little button you have to hold down before you snipe.
You're a
'cause they go-
gamer?
Yeah.
Really? What do you play?
I mean, I wouldn't say gamer because I'm not like good, you know. I play a lot of. Right now, I'm in kind of a rut. I don't really have anything. Dan and I were playing Arc Raiders, but then everybody we play Arc Raiders with started killing other people, and I'm more of a killing machines. I like to fight the big enemy. I don't like to take it out with people. I like to work with people to
That's
fight
great.
the machines. Okay. And so things got a little complicated there. You know, it's funny. The United States has never medaled in biathlon. The
Ever?
skiing and shooting. Yeah, they've never. I think it's the only sport they've never gotten an Olympic.
Well, I think going to the breathing thing that I was saying was that's why when they have to lay down after the workout,
Yeah.
and like,
That's why it's hard.
That's why it's hard because you're.
That's why you need
absor-
the 4 years to practice the.
That's what I mean. I
Yeah.
need the 4 years of the breathing coach. I would get a breathing coach.
Oh, you know what? They do have just shooting because remember the really cool guy from the Ukraine, I think it was, that like showed up. Everybody had all these high tech. This was the Summer Olympics. Everyone had all these high tech things on and like or whatever. And he just like showed up, put his hand in his pocket, and was like,
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
and I think he won. So whatever that is, there is just a shooting one.
Yeah,
that
I
you
would
could
do. Yeah, so like if it was 4 years, it would be something that was kind of just one single task. Not saying I'd be good at it, but
Right.
like if you gave me 4 years, I think I wouldn't embarrass myself.
Right.
Even if like I missed every other one
Right.
where they got everyone, I'm still not embarrassing. But like I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna snowboard, dude. I would be dead. I would just go up the half pipe and then just land, and it would just be over.
There was this thing called crashed ice. It was a sport that like Red Bull was invested in. So it was one of those like extreme sports that I went to once for some job I was doing. And it's basically, it's kind of like luge and bobsled. It's an ice track, but it's guys on hockey skates will go, it's like a race. Like 4 guys wide, I
Red
want to
Bull's
say.
wild.
I know. And it's this like, we went to, it was in, I think it was in Montreal. And it was this like little, or it was Quebec City. And it was this beautiful track that wove around, but it was these, and they asked me if I wanted to get on it and try it. And I was like, well, I haven't skated in a while. I played hockey as a kid.
Yeah.
But I was like, I guess I'll try. I stood on that thing and I was immediately like, get me out of here. It was so, I was going so fast.
No, that's
I was like
nuts.
getting air in ways that I was like, I'm not ready for this.
no.
It was terrifying.
Did you have pads? Like, did you have you just had a helmet?
No, because they were like, just go slow. And I was like, I'm not in control.
No.
The ice is taking me. There's nothing I can. Very scary. No, we haven't talked about yet at all. Diving.
Oh. Oh my God, I think you just nailed one of my top
I love watching
5.
diving.
That's in my top 5.
Synchronized diving is one of my favorites because it's an immediate comparison of you can tell. Like if I'm watching somebody do all the flips or whatever in the diving, maybe I don't tell that like their toes weren't pointed, their knees weren't straight. I don't notice that. But if it's 2 people alleging to do the same at the same time, I can
right.
go, oh, they're not in sync.
No,
I can notice the mistakes easier.
Because, yeah, they're not synchronized. But I agree with you that I feel like when you watch diving, even the novice watcher can go, no, the splash was too.
The splash is too big.
We could be where it kind of helps you judge at home.
Yeah.
You could be like, no, the body entered the wrong way, or you could tell if they go in like this.
Yeah.
Or you could tell if they go in like.
Yeah.
But the best is when there's no splash.
When they're up on the platform and you see they back up and get their heels just off the edge of that really high platform, and there's just this moment the whole place is quiet, and all of a sudden they just go. Their body flips around like crazy, and then silence when they enter the water.
That was your version of this.
I can watch that.
You just went like
Well,
this.
it's just because it's like.
Do you ever think like if they like got pushed off a bridge that they could
They
just,
go.
I'm always like, oh, like
That's so funny.
dude, it's such a comic way of thinking it, but I'm like I wonder if like I took diving lessons if like I could jump off a bridge. I know it's Dude, Brendan Sagalow just had a really funny joke where he goes, you ever just go to a shoot? He's like, I'm afraid to go to a shooting range because I'm afraid I would just be like.
Exactly.
No, and I'm like that with.
If I were a diver,
but
I'm afraid I
everybody's
would
like
just,
that with subways, or everybody just like, would you throw
every
yourself in front
day
of
on the subway? Something in my brain, just the intrusive thought goes like, what if?
Oh, what if?
What if?
Yeah, what if you just But it would be funny if like a diver was going to be like killed by the mob. Like and thrown off a bridge,
and he's like,
"Watch
and
this."
then
it's just like,
and
all of a sudden they just go in like a pincher. There's no splash,
yeah, and they all hold up
tens.
Like, wow, we wanted to kill him, but I've never seen anything like that before.
You know that? Did you see that thing that like over 2,000 people tried to kill themselves jumping off of the Bay Bridge? What's the
the Golden Gate?
And 19 survived. And all 19 said as soon as they jumped,
they were like, no.
Why did I do this?
Know,
but
I know.
why did the 19? It's got to be how you fell.
You think that they didn't, that because they jumped off and wanted to live, that they fell in a better way?
No, because I think if those 19 all said no, I think all 2,000 probably said no.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't think those 19
it was
wanted
just
it
something
more.
Special. Yeah.
You
gotta want it.
But so here, this is the crazy thing. I know we went from diving to killing yourself, jumping off.
They're related.
But listen, it's a nice segue. No, if something hits so when you jump off of something like that.
Yeah.
If something hits the surface and breaks it up. David Blaine actually said he was thinking about, he never did, obviously, but David Blaine, the magician, was thinking about jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Because if something hits the surface to break up the
surface tension that the water has. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically like
it
concrete.
acts like a solid, yeah.
It acts like a solid thing. If it's broken up, so he was literally saying if like pairs of shoes or things were just hitting that area and then you went in, you could survive it. Obviously, he never took that chance.
So you just start while you're falling, trying to throw your shoe at it.
You're just like,
what is this guy
There's
doing?
no weight to it. Yeah.
You throw it, it goes up. No.
But no, those high divers, that's a whole other, that's something that you can't have the yips with.
No.
You can't have that Simone Biles twisty, because that
you could break your neck.
No,
you could easily break your neck.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I love that, though. I would say, so here's my top 5.
Okay.
Diving, snowboarding half pipe. The other one is the slalom. I don't like watching their knees. I can't.
It does. It's like, ow.
It's too much.
I know.
I got to say, maybe like speed skating.
Yeah.
Speed skating is a big one.
It's great. Do you like the short track or the regular?
I like the short track.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Because what I like about the short track, both have strategy, but the short track, you're watching the chess match. Because you don't have really time. So it's like, when are you going to break? It's like when a horse breaks.
Yep.
Right? I feel like when, you know what I mean? Like that still
Which
breaks
we haven't
my
even mentioned any of the horse ones, like the dressage or whatever.
Oh, when I do this shit?
Like the dancing horses are kind of fun.
Yeah.
I could get 4 years and maybe get good at that. Now, I've never even met a horse in my life, so I'm really talking out of school.
Yeah, I think that.
But
that
I think
would be,
4 years, if me and that horse get on the same wavelength,
you could hurt yourself day one and just walk
that
away.
is true. That is true. But I think I could do it. I think I could get that horse to
Wait, that's an
cut
Olympic.
up a rug.
I don't.
I think so.
I haven't seen it. Is it?
Yeah, in the summer they do like there's the ones with the jumps.
Yep.
But they also do the one where it's just like, can your horse twerk?
Yeah.
You know, and they just get out there.
Yeah,
I think like Springsteen's kid, someone's daughter does that.
Oh, okay.
In the Olympics.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole. That's got to be long. You got to have the relationship with the horse.
Yeah, and it's probably hard to get into. You probably have to like know somebody who knows somebody.
They better not have the holding the stick, the broomstick horse.
What?
You know the thing, where like the women are holding the broomstick with the horse head, the stuffed animal head on a thing, and they're like literally
like horse
jumping.
girls.
Like
yeah,
they're
they don't.
jumping.
That's not an Olympics.
That can't happen.
I promise.
Well,
Yet, at least.
Well, listen, breakdancing tried.
I know.
But that would be.
I know.
you
Before
know.
breakdancing, the crazy new one that got added was trampoline. I remember the world going nuts when we added trampoline. I don't know if they're still doing trampoline. I think they are. I've never seen it on TV, so it's like they're really not. They're putting it on Peacock. They're like, you can watch this if you want to.
Yeah.
But it's like, They
Wait,
fully...
is ping pong up? Is ping pong up?
Yeah, table tennis is the Olympic name for it.
That's got it.
Table tennis. That's. I mean, they are so good.
But isn't that that's dominated by Asian, right? With
yeah.
Japan?
Yeah, I think Chinese Taipei is good at, which is Taiwan. I don't know why they call it that. I think they're really good at it. But yeah, a lot of like Asian countries are very good at table tennis.
They look, the way they hit it is nuts.
It's nuts.
It's like they're like.
That's hand-eye coordination.
It's not
I've
like
never
this.
Even,
It's like you're talking fully.
I know. And like before it's even it doesn't even look like they've hit it yet, and you already have to be ready.
What about
to,
when it looks like it's going out there and it just comes in?
No clue how they do that.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
That's some Forrest. Remember Forrest Gump?
I do. Did you see Marty Supreme? I didn't.
I did not.
But that was about
That's
that.
great how you went into it like you did.
I thought everybody did. You New Yorkers, you love your Timothy Chalamet.
I got to be honest. I know I shouldn't say this. Why would I say?
Say
it. I just.
What? You hate him? You don't like him?
No, when it was like that serious about ping pong, I was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
What do we do? Like it's that serious about ping pong. I was like, I'm in town from the road. I got a road. It's just like, I'm like, all right, did you play ping pong? Give me 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never be. But
I don't think 4 years, Paul. I really got to stop you there. I don't think 4 years you could even sniff the Olympics.
I'll tell you one thing.
In table tennis.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd be really good at in 4 years. No, I think Olympic could compete in the Olympic in 4 years.
What?
Darts.
Okay, they don't do right. There's no darts in the Olympics yet. You really think you good at darts?
I'm pretty.
I stink.
Do you?
Unless I'm drunk, which means it's a performance enhancing. I don't think you're allowed to.
No, that would be great.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd have to test you. They'd
They
go
should
like, you have
They
beer.
should do drunk darts in a bar for Olympics.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should get the petition for that going.
It's better than breakdance.
A little, and that's no offense to breakdancers except that one, who we already bullied.
So all right, so
top.
I got half pipe.
Yep.
Diving, swimming, speed skating.
Yep.
And then what was my fifth? I don't know what my fifth is. My fifth was
the shooting or the jumping, ski jumping, or the
ski jumping was ski jumping is up there too. I like to just see how far. No, the snowboarding course, like they jump on the rail. Not the half pipe.
Called? Is it just freestyle? Is that what that's called?
I think it's like freestyle. Well, they got to hit a rail, then a ramp, then a rail, then a ramp, then so it's 3 rails, 3 ramps. Then they go, and then they have to go big and then land. That one.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually nuts because so much has to go. Like you got to be clean, and the judging on that, they'll be like, oh, the nose of the snowboard, the way it landed. Like they're really like you could watch and go, oh, he's gonna get deducted.
Yeah.
He's going to get deducted. But yeah, you're right. Like but listen, I talk about this in my act. Like I'm so competitive and I love sports so much that I'll stay up till 3 in the morning watching the archery.
Yeah, same.
I'll watch anything.
I'll watch anything. And I'll get into it. Like by the end, I'm going like, what an insane call that was. What do you, get your head out of your ass. What do you mean that's a penalty? Meanwhile, 3 hours ago, I was like, what is this sport even?
Yeah.
You know, I'll get into it fully.
Do you find yourself getting crazier with sports as you get older, or are you more subdued as you get older?
Interesting question, because in ways I feel like yes. And then in other ways, I feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm like, oh, I can't get fired up about that anymore. Like I used to get really bothered by other people's fandom, where it was like, I hate these fans. Now, and in my old age, with my wisdom, I feel like I appreciate when I hate another fan. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that they're performing their love for their thing, and I'm doing my thing, and we are probably pretty close to the same person, just born in different spots.
Yes.
And so, like, I kind of appreciate that. Like, that doesn't mean I like them. I'll still, you know, go toe to toe with anybody. But there's something kind of beautiful about this. Like, it's like a play fight where you're like, none of this, in the grand scheme of things, matters, but it matters, you know? So it's like getting angry at somebody, but I kind of, at the end of it, it's like a knowing, like, respect, you know?
When I hit I'm in my mid-40s, and mid-40s, I kind of just look at things like, when I see people get excited about things, and I've also been through shit, so, like, I appreciate, like, I understand, like, you know, when you go through some shit and you've been in hell, and then all of a sudden you're just like, man, like, you know, my kids are healthy, everything is good, and so, like, now I look at people get upset, or I look at people overreact, and I'm going like, dude, you gotta, you know, it's I know people like, oh yeah, here we go, but no, it's true. It's like, if you haven't gone through shit, then like there are people that have like lost relationships because they can't watch a game. Yeah. You know, like, and I'm just like, dude, that's like, you can't do that. Right. You can't throw something. You can't throw a vase, bro, through your 75-inch.
The amount of TVs I've seen get destroyed on the internet after a loss, where I'm like, nuts. You better be rich. You better be rich, because like, throwing your TV out a window.
And
because
like,
it's
what
like,
about the woman or kids in your life?
I know.
I know. If you saw Dan, if the 49ers lost,
Dan
have you seen
break a table before? It was, to be fair to him, it was an IKEA table, which takes nothing to break.
They're not made right.
And it wasn't because of sports, but it was because of a sports video game. He got so mad. He like slammed his fist, and it just like folded under his fist. Very strong man, that Dan Soder. Print it.
Dan's the best.
I said it.
All right, so we got two more things here. Number one, closing ceremony or opening ceremony?
Opening ceremony. I watched the closing ceremony this year for the Winter Olympics, and even the people that were there looked bored. They were like, what is this?
Yeah, and there's something really sad, because you're kind of like, it's over.
It's over. Please watch these few acts of our country's culture, and you're like, okay, and no disrespect, but everybody's kind of gathered. What's cool about the closing ceremony is you get the audience shots of all the athletes that you now know who they are. Yep. Whereas when you're watching the opening ceremony,
you don't know yet.
You go like, who? Oh, they'll tell you like, oh, this woman from the Netherlands is like really good at speed skating. You'll see her. It's sort of your introduction to them. And the closing, you get to see like, oh, look who sat near each other. Oh, look who's like talking and watching the. So like that part's cool, but the actual ceremony of it, I'm really sorry. I feel bad saying, but I could just really do.
No, I agree. And there's the excitement of the opening means this is about to go down. Yeah. And this is going to happen. And these are the great athletes of the world that are here. Yeah. Where the closing, yes, you do see people come out with their medals and like what they accomplished. But yeah, then they talk about where it's going to be 4 years from now. It's kind of like a little sad. It's a little downer. So talk about you before we get out of here. So you talk sports on your show. Tell me about your show. Okay. And what are your favorite ones to cover? Like what are you?
Well, so I got a podcast called Casuals. It's every Tuesday, Thursday. Wherever you get your podcasts, unless you get your podcast on YouTube, and then it's every Wednesday and Friday. That's more for, I like bringing people into sports. I like because I was out of sports for a while. I was kind of in those weird years after the pandemic where like I was leaving ESPN, and what was I going to do next? And I would have conversations with people, and they'd be like, oh, I like sports, but I don't know about them like you do, so I can't really like talk about them. And for me, I was like, well, if you like them, that's enough. I don't think everybody needs to be an expert. I don't want to break down a defense. I like
what do you think I expect of you?
Right. I'm like, I don't need you to know his ERA off the top of your head. It doesn't matter. And so I feel like a lot of sports media is kind of exclusionary in that way, where like if you don't care about the numbers and you're not trying to win a bet or something,
Right.
it's like there isn't really anybody talking to you about just like the culture of it. So the point of casuals is to kind of like keep people abreast of everything going on in every sport, so that like even if you're a diehard football fan and you've
Right.
got no idea what's going on in basketball, we get
Yeah.
everybody caught up on stuff from like a casual viewpoint. And then fan service is kind of the opposite of that. It's a daily radio show on Sirius, on Mad Dog Radio, which I think is 82, but I've never really had to say, so I look it up. But it
is 82.
Noon. Thank you. And you know that off the top of your head?
It is 82.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm nuts, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Mad Dog, dude. Chris Russo's out of his
mind.
He's
The
out of
best.
his mind in such a great way. But you know what I love about him? He is fixated on travel. He's fixated on
It's a
routes.
special interest, planes. He loves planes.
He loves talking about. Oh, so yeah, Mike. When there was Mike and the Mad Dog, they would always talk about like. So wait, did you have a layover? He wants to find out if you had a layover. Then he wants to find out how long the layover was. Then he wants to find out what part of the plane you sat in.
What type of a plane it was.
What type of a plane? Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, I got to fly in. He got like rented a private jet to take us back from the Super Bowl after we went out there for the week, and I was like, "This is a crowning achievement. I'm in Mad Dog's plane. He loves planes. This is like his whole bag."
Oh, that's so great.
But so that's noon to 1 Eastern. That's every day, and that is just basically. That block is usually noon to 3. Every sports show is like noon to 3. Stephen A. Smith has that block, but works so many jobs he couldn't get there for that first hour. So I hop in the studio, open the phone lines, and just talk to fans about whatever their team that won last night, their team that lost, a team that they hate. People just call in, and we kind of talk about whatever they want to.
Do you like? Are you more of like? Because I know, like, people in your position, you have multiple. Like, Stephen A. Smith, the first time I saw Stephen A. Smith many, many years ago, he was, I think, working for the Sixers or writing about the Sixers. And he would come on for ESPN. And I know he was basketball, but now he's involved, like, UFC. He talks. Did you have, like, a go-to at first? Like, was it football? Or?
So I feel like it's probably football.
Yeah.
Just because I think in sports media, if you're not coming in specializing in one, all things pull towards football. Like the gravitational pull of football. People can talk about football all year round. It's like everybody's obsessed with it. But I think if it were up to me, like what I like the most, baseball and hockey, I think are probably my two top sports. Postseason hockey is my favorite postseason in all of sports. I think it's crazy. I think like any team can win on any given day. It's like intense. They fight each other. It's like it's a lot. I love postseason hockey. And then baseball, I know it's all year. I know it's like so many games.
Yeah.
The fact that it's every day, now that I'm older, I appreciate so much. That like any day I can just turn on my TV middle of the day and just catch a random like Reds Guardians game. And you can just take that in and then go about your day.
Well, that's how I know you care more about baseball than me, because Reds Guardians I couldn't do. But I will tell you this.
You don't love it? You don't love the game?
You're like, dude, I was watching Nationals Padres at 4. No, but listen, I have a buddy, and he was just like, baseball's too slow. They need to, and I'm going, no. Mm-mm. You know what? That's young person talk.
Yeah.
I love a nice 4-hour. I put my feet up and I'm on my couch. I'll even take an hour rain delay. Go make food.
Yeah.
Go get a drink.
Yeah.
Then come back and be like, wait, it's only the 4th.
I know.
And we got more. Baseball cannot. That's what it's America's pastime, dude.
It's the best. You can waste time. You can go to a ball game in the summer and just like eat garbage and drink garbage and like when you want to zoom in on the game at any given moment, you can go like, okay, what's the situation, where are the base runners, how many outs, what happens if the ball gets hit to second, what happens if the ball gets hit to left. You can do all the little what kind of look at the pitch sequencing. You can zoom in if you want it to be interesting, or you can zoom all the way out and just go, wake me up when he hits it. You know, when I hear the crack of the bat, I go, what's happening, you know, and then you can go back to it.
It's a nice nap sport.
Yes,
it's
not as good as golf. Golf is the best nap sport. Unreal napping because
golf.
it's so gentle and
play?
you can just I stink.
Oh, yeah.
I've sworn it off. I will never go back to golf.
I love golf.
I suck. It's infuriating.
It's tough.
And my energy doesn't match because now I'm fucking mad and everybody else is like,
you can't play mad.
You can't.
No,
and
you can't play mad. At least you know yourself.
Yeah, it was a journey to get there. Okay, but I had one too many meltdowns of like, what is it this clown doing?
By the way, you know that I'm trying to get you and Dan. I don't know if he told you this, but I'm trying to get you and Dan to, come to Westchester. I'm telling him I'm going,
what?
dude, just like to like live.
Oh, because we're gonna eventually.
I was like,
once we get married,
and I'm going.
We're gonna move to a house.
Going, Dan, you're not going to Jersey. You're not going to Jersey.
The property taxes.
I go. You gotta go to Westchester, and I was like, you guys gotta come up to the house. You'll see the yard. You'll see the country. It's one of the biggest equestrian places where I probably shouldn't say that. Anyways,
now they can Google it. Now they can find you. Is that what you're worried about? They're gonna track you down.
Katie Nolan, everybody, check her out on her shows. And I could tell you, and I mean this. Like when I what did I say when I walked in? I was like, you're a beast. She's a beast, man. She's so good at talking sports. She's so good at what she does, and she's like, I love watching you break down stuff because you also do it. What I like about your show is you also do it with humor. You do it with humor, but you also know your shit and you know what you're talking about. So check her out, guys. If you want to see your boy on the road, I am going to be May 29th and 30th. I'm going to be in Rosemont. I'm going to be in Rosemont. It's one of my favorite rooms in Illinois, so you could check that out. We're also going to Hartford, Connecticut. I will be in, where am I going to be? Did I have all these dates? I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to be in Liberty, Ohio, in Cincinnati. I'm going to be in Toledo, Ohio. A bunch of dates, paulvirzi.com. Please subscribe to Paul's Best Podcast. Go get it on YouTube and get it everywhere you get your podcast. Apple, iTunes, Spotify, you know where to get it. I will be back next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you then.
Thanks.